welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting yet another reading vlog for you guys, but this one I am extra excited about because today it is Friday the 13th in October. It has been quite a while since such a spooky occasion has graced the calendar, but I decided that to kind of, celebrate, commemorate, whatever the day, I thought we could do a little 24-hour readathon today. It is currently 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday, October 13th. Woo. And I think I'm gonna start at like 10:30 maybe, and then I'm going to go until 10:30 tomorrow, and we're just gonna see how many books I can read in this 24-hour period. So I have quite the TBR. Actually, like, it could be worse, I guess, but I think I'll be able to finish all of these. I'm not sure, but I am really excited about some of the picks on here. So let's quickly go through my TBR and then we will get into it. Also, even though this probably goes without saying, all of these are spooky books. The point of today is not to be scared necessarily, because I don't really read books that scare me that much, but I just want to get in the Halloween spirit. I want to get in the spooky mood. It is also a very gloomy day outside, which is very fortuitous. Not so much for the lighting of this video because it could be better, but it is fortuitous for my reading mood. I just think it's going to be the perfect day to sit down and read some fun books for the season. So with that being said, now we're going to talk about the TBR. So the first thing we have here is a novella, which I'm so excited about because I feel like everybody I see read this book absolutely loves it. And that is Scorch Roses by Carissa Broadbent. This is vampire fantasy romance. This is like the book that goes in between, what are those called? I keep forgetting what they're called. The Serpent and the Wings of Night and The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I read the first book in this series back in like June. It was a pretty good time, but I'm just so excited to see what I think of this one. So I just can't wait. I hear the romance is so good. So I think this will be perfect for a readathon, especially since it's only like 200 pages. So hopefully I can fly through it. Next up, we have Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. This I was planning on reading in September, and then I didn't. So I was like, what a better time to read this book than this 24-hour readathon, because I feel like Rachel Griffin's books are really good to binge. Like, they're just really easy reads and they're really fun. It is a witchy, spooky romance situation going on. I think there's like forbidden magic or forbidden romance, or there's something forbidden in this book. I don't know. I have no clue what this is like actually about, to be honest, but I will let you guys know as I read more of it. Next, I did want to throw a quick little middle grade on here, and that is Dark Waters by Catherine Arden. This is the third book in the Small Spaces series, and this is one of my favorite spooky middle grade series. It's a really good time. You're following three friends who honestly just like keep being haunted, stalked, followed, harassed by these evil spirits. I don't exactly know, to be honest. I just know that it's a really fun time. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of books that take place on water, but I still think this will be a pretty good time. Next up, I have a graphic novel, which is Garlic and the Vampire by Brie Paulson. This I was planning on reading in my last vlog, and I did not, but I think it'll also be a really good pick for this readathon because graphic novels are always perfect for readathons. I believe in this one, you are following our main character, Garlic, who has to go to this vampire's mansion and kill him? I don't know. I'm gonna assume no murdering is probably going to go on in this graphic novel. That seems kind of grim, but I guess we'll find out. And then the last two here, I'm not gonna read both of these because I certainly do not have enough time for that, but I need to decide between them. And I think I'm gonna make that decision like later, but I thought I could just tell you what my options are. So I could read Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. This is a book that takes place in a small town surrounded by these like creepy woods, and there are monsters or something in the woods. So maybe, but like this one's kind of long. It's almost 500 pages and I just don't know if I'll be able to finish it in this 24-hour period. And my goal is to like finish the books, obviously. So if I decide I do not have enough time to finish that one, I will instead pick up Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. I've seen a couple of people that I follow really enjoy this book, so I've been meaning to get to it. I read this sentence on like the Goodreads page for it and I was sold. The top of the Goodreads like book description says, a grim and gothic new tale about a small town haunted by secrets that can't stay buried and the sinister house that sits at the crossroads of it all. It's like a gothic haunted house kind of story, and that is like, I love it so much. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards this one, but I'm kind of just gonna see what I'm in the mood for at that time, but could be either of these. Who knows? But here is my TBR. Obviously, like I said, I'm not gonna read all of them, but I'm aiming for 5. Like, the goal is 5. Also, like, my TBR for October is just ridiculous, so I really need to read a bunch of these, even though some of these aren't even on my October TBR. But it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. We're just gonna do so much good reading today, and I'm excited. Also, something else really fun about this readathon is the fact that I'm actually doing this with Cassandra. You know her, you love her, go subscribe to Cass. It's been a minute since we've done a little readathon together, so I believe she's also vlogging, and I will link her channel and her vlog in the description, but I can't wait to just hang out on FaceTime and read with Cass all day, so that'll just make it even better. But I think with that, that's everything that I needed to tell you. Like I said, I'm starting at 10:30, which is in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go chill for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna get into it. I think I want to start with what? I'm kind of leaning towards this one, just because I'm like really excited to see what I think of this. So I'm gonna start with this one, and then I will give you guys an update later. So it is now 1:20.
It's the ceiling.
I'm trying to film an update. But do you want to say hi to my vlog?
Hi vlog! Hello Katie's vlog. How is everyone doing? I hope you are doing swell or splendid. Those are your only two options.
How is your reading going, Cass?
My reading is going swell. I was gonna hold up my book cover, but I have it. The dust jacket off. I'm reading Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I'm having a delightful time right now. So
glad to hear that.
Whatever y'all are reading currently is going great, and I hope you're enjoying the vlog, which I already said, but like, just really thought I'd hammer that point home.
We really want you to enjoy the vlog.
You really better be enjoying the vlog.
Anyway, now that we've had a little word from Cass, I want to show you guys who's with me. Oh, you sound so sad. Oh, she's so tired. Oh, she's not happy that I picked her. I'm sorry, Weenie. No cats are safe. If they're sleeping while I'm vlogging, they must be in the video. Anyway, I am here to give you an update on Scorch Roses, and the update is that I finished it. And it was really good. Like, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it because I didn't love Serpent in the Wings of Night. Like, I really liked it, but I didn't absolutely love it. So I was like, I don't know if I really care about a novella set in the same world, but I know that I needed to read this one before I read the second book in that series. So, you know, just randomly decided to pick it up for this video, and it was really good. Like, the romance, oh my god, the romance in this novella, I didn't expect to like it this much, but I love them. Like, the chemistry that Carissa Broadbent was able to establish between Lilith and Vale in, like, less than 150 pages, because like the last 50 pages of this novella is really like plot things, like connecting things to things that are happening like in the main series, if I remember correctly what's happening in the main series. But like the first part of this really focuses on the relationship, and it is so, like, I love them so much. But as for the plot of this novella, you are following our main character Lilith, who is a healer, and in her village right now there is this plague going on, and her sister currently has this, is it a plague? It's some sort of sickness that has like struck this village, and her sister currently has it, and she's like withering away, like her sister's about to die. So Lilith obviously is trying her hardest to find some cure, remedy, medicine thing that could help her sister not die. So to do this, she decides she wants to try something new, something fresh. So she decides that she's going to go to this vampire who lives somewhat near her village, and she is going to ask for his blood so she can experiment on the blood and hopefully create like a remedy or cure or whatever out of his blood. So basically, the book opens up on her going to this vampire's house. And originally he's like, no you weirdo, I'm not giving you my blood. But they end up making this deal that she is going to come to him like once a month, and every time she comes, she will bring a rose in return for a vial of his blood. Now she knows that there's something like special about these roses, but he is unsure as to like why these roses are special, but he's intrigued. He is curious. He wants to know. So he makes the deal. And this book is split into 6 parts. They are called like the second rose, the third rose, the fourth rose, and so on. And you kind of just get like this little vignette of their relationship every month when she goes to take blood and he gets his rose in return. So basically you're just following them over a period of 6 months as they start to like warm up to each other. They start to kind of work together on this cure. I was just very unsure of how I was going to feel about this, but like, the girlies did not lie. This was so good. I mean, just go to page 129. Just like the entirety of like what's on that page. I'm obsessed with them. I also just love Carissa Broadbent's writing, and the world that she has crafted is just so cool. So even though I didn't love Serpent and the Wings of Night, I'm still very excited to jump into Ashes and the Star-Cursed King because I do kind of miss this world. Like, it's really cool. So I'm thinking next up I want to pick up Bring Me Your Midnight. Like a little witchy romance just sounds like a good time. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this and I'll probably give you an update in a little bit. Anyway, it's later. Here's Cass. Say hi.
Hello, I'm at the library.
Weenie, come here. Oh, you want to say hi again, don't you? Okay, so it is like 5 p.m. now. I wouldn't say I've been making great progress today because I'm only halfway through. What's this book called? Bring Me Your Midnight now. I'm on page 211, so I'm on chapter 23. Honestly, I don't really think I'm liking this anywhere near as much as I liked Rachel Griffin's other 2 books. I think The Nature of Witches is probably my favorite, and then Wild as the Witch second, this one third. I don't know, I'm just, like, it's fine. I'm not disliking it, it's just not, like, I don't know. It's just not quite there. So you're following our main character, Tana, who is the daughter of like the head of the coven that she is a part of on this island that she lives on. And basically in this world, there are the people that live on the island who are the magic users, and then there's like the mainland that the island is off of, and they're the non-magic users. And there's like tension between them. So in an attempt to kind of diffuse this tension, Tana's mother has set her up to be married to this dude named Landon, who is like, he lives on the mainland, in an attempt to broker some peace. And honestly, she's kind of just going along with it to appease her mother, appease the people of this island. Obviously, Tana also wants there to be peace, but as any sane person would be in an arranged marriage, she's not super happy about it. But one night she's going to do this witchy ritual kind of thing that she is doing with all of the witches on the island that they do once a month, where they like dispel a bunch of magic, and like if they don't do it, they're gonna die, basically. And on her way to this ritual, she bumps into this guy named Wolf, who is kind of using some magic that Tana and her like coven view as dark magic. And obviously she's very uneasy around him at first. She doesn't really know what to think about this. She's been taught to believe that like the type of magic he's using is very wrong, but she realizes that she needs some type of outlet for her magic because she missed the ritual, or else she is going to die in like 10 days. So he kind of teaches her different ways to dispel it aside from just like putting it all into the sea, which is what they do in the ritual. So basically, she starts learning like some dark magic. She starts to realize that maybe the kind of magic he does isn't necessarily dark magic, but it's just different magic. We're kind of starting to realize that the entire truth is not given to the witches that live on this island, and there are some secrets to the magic that they are using that Tana is going to be uncovering because she is hanging out with this dude wolf. I started listening to it on audiobook a bit, and I do think I'm enjoying that more. I've been playing Super Mario 64 on my DS. I've been playing that while I've been listening to the audiobook, but I just died on the same level like 15 times, so I think I'm going to stop doing that. But I like to pull out my DS every now and then and attempt to get some more stars. It's kind of fun. Tangent aside, that's just kind of what I've been doing this afternoon. I am obviously hoping to finish this as soon as I can, but I'm thinking I want to take a break and pick up Garlic and the Vampire first, just to kind of switch things up, get a little graphic novel going. It looks super cute, and I am excited. So that is kind of everything that I have for you now. Here are my reading plans. I think I'll be able to finish both of these tonight. I should be able to. And then I think I might aim to read Dark Waters. So we'll see how that goes, but I will keep you updated as I do that. So it is literally half an hour later. This took me no time at all to read, but it was such a delight. Like, this is one of the cutest graphic novels that I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing. Like, I think somebody in my Discord at one point said this kind of gives Over the Garden Wall vibes, and in the art style I can definitely see it because it's very, like, I don't even know what exactly it is about it, but like, you know, they got like pumpkins, fall foliage. Well, I mean, those are cabbages, not fall foliage, but there is fall foliage in here somewhere, I think. Like, just, I love the art style. The art style is super cute, and I'm a big fan of it. Basically, this graphic novel follows this little group of, like, fruit and vegetable people. They're like, would anthropomorphic be the right word? I'm not sure. But they're, like, sentient vegetables. And basically, they all kind of live in this little area, and they have, like, farmers markets where they sell non-sentient versions of themselves, which is a really funny concept. But one day they notice that somebody has moved into this like creepy castle that's up on the hill, and somebody needs to go check it out because they're like, what if this is a vampire and it is going to send its evil minions into this little town and murder everybody? So obviously all the little fruit and vegetable people decide that Garlic is the best choice to go investigate this for obvious reasons. And Garlic is a very nervous little vegetable, so at first she's very scared. She really doesn't want to, but you know what? She perseveres. She pushes through her anxieties about going to confront this vampire. And I really want to read the other one that is in this series, Garlic and the Witch. I need to find, and like, I need to place a hold on that or something because I need to read it. There is my little graphic novel done for the readathon. I loved it. Honestly, might give this one a 5 out of 5. Like stars. I don't normally rate graphic novels and manga, aside from my favorite graphic novels and manga, and this might be one of my faves. Like, it was just a really fun time, so yeah. I mean, just look at this. Oh, I love the art style so much. That's all I really have for this update. Just wanted to tell you guys that I finished it, and it's the perfect fall graphic novel. So I'm going to go read some more of Bring Me Your Midnight, and then I will talk to you guys probably when I'm done with that. I think I might update my journal a little bit, like while I listen to the audiobook for it, but I'll probably like pick it up physically so I can read it faster and hopefully finish it sometime later tonight. We'll see. everybody, and welcome. I don't know why I'm starting this update like I'm starting a new video. It's 9:20. We're here to do a little candlelit update for you. I did finish Bring Me Your Midnight, but honestly, I don't know what to say about this book because I still just did not love it. It was fine. I think the romance was like kind of fun. I thought the witchy lore that was going on, like kind of the rivalry between these two different types of witches was interesting. But there was just nothing about this story that completely captivated me or like really pulled me in. So I was struggling with it, which is why it's taken me so long to read this book today. But it's done. That's all I have to say, to be honest. 3 books down for the readathon. Again, I'm still aiming to finish another one tonight, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to be starting Dark Waters by Katherine Arden. This is a middle grade. What is this? Oh, a fun little sticker. Look at that. I think I got this. I ordered this off of Pango, and I think somebody just put that in there, so that's fun. I hate to say it, but I'm already tired, which is not good because it's only 9:30, but I did not get a ton of sleep last night, which was my own fault, but it's certainly not helping. However, I'm still making it my goal to try and finish Dark Waters tonight because it is just like a middle grade horror. It's not like super long, and I feel like the text on the page is like pretty big. So I think I should have enough time to finish this before I just want to absolutely pass out. So we'll see. And then maybe like tomorrow morning I'll try and get up at a reasonable time and read Starling House, because I know I'm not gonna have enough time to read Small Favors now. Anyway, I'm going to get into reading Dark Waters. I'm going to pop open this LaCroix. Honestly, I know something with caffeine would be a lot more helpful, but I don't have any more Diet Coke, so we're just settling for something cold. Ooh, bubbles are invigorating. Next morning, I have some reading updates for you. Not quite as many reading updates as I was hoping I was going to have, but me and Cass stayed up until like 3 a.m. last night, so you're probably like, what do you mean you don't have a ton of reading updates? But we stopped reading at like 11:30, and then we literally just talked for like 3 hours. It was so nice though. Like I wouldn't trade that for anything. It was just like we were having a really good combo. So I'm pretty happy about that, but definitely did not do as much reading as I was hoping to. However, I do have like a little bit of progress to update you on. So I have made some progress in Dark Waters. I'm on page 164 and it's fun. I don't think I'm liking it as much as I'm liking the first 2 that were in this series, probably just because of the setting. Basically in this book, you are following our 3 main characters as they go out on this boat for the day, but they actually end up kind of getting chased down by this giant sea creature thing, and they get chased all the way to this island in the middle of Lake Champlain. And this sea creature thing destroys the boat, which coincidentally, the boat's name is Cassandra. Which I think is funny, but the boat gets destroyed, so they have to stay on this island, and this sea monster's coming after them. There's also this weird guy on the cabin who has an axe, and he is threatening to basically put them out of their misery because it'll be a better way for them to go. But up until this point, we've kind of just been following them as they are trying to survive on this island, obviously trying to get off of the island because our main character's dad got bitten by a venomous snake, so that's not good. It's just not as spooky as the first 2 in this series, because the first one, it deals with like scarecrows, they're in like a field of, I don't know, corn or something. And then the second one takes place in like a haunted ski lodge, which like, I loved that one. That one was so good. But this one kind of just takes place on an island, and like, yeah, there's this giant sea monster after them, but it's not as spooky as the first 2. But it's still a pretty fun time, so definitely will be finishing this up this morning. And then because I'm running out of time, I certainly will not have time to like properly start another book, so I decided that I wanted to read another graphic novel, so I decided, if I can get the cover page back, that I'm gonna read Garlic and the Witch. And I'm really excited about it because Garlic and the Vampire was just so fun last night. So I'm like, why don't I just read the other one? So those are kind of just my reading plans for the rest of the readathon. I have like an hour left, so not a lot of time to do much, but hopefully I can finish this and the graphic novel. Me and Cass do have some reading sprints that we are doing here in a few minutes, so I'm going to hop on those. And then I will update you guys when we're done. Say hello.
Hello!
Hello!
I got a little gremlin. Hello, everybody! Friends, wonderful. Katie was absolutely flying through. She read like 12 books.
I was a runner. I was a track star.
She was a track star. I'm almost done. A Darker Shade of Magic.
Woo!
I was stressing the whole time. Like, I'm very expressive when I read, regardless of whether or not like I'm reading alone or like in front of people or like around people. But I was literally like, oh. So many times I was just like, what the fuck?
Literally somebody in the chat of our sprints was like, Cass, are you okay? Just checking in on you.
I was going through it. V.E. Schwab shows no mercy.
So it is officially the end of the readathon. I'm going to give you guys my final reading updates, and we're gonna go through the books I read, and then we'll say bye. So quickly, let me tell you about Dark Waters. So I did finish this, and what is this ending? Like, honestly, I never would have expected this book to leave me on a cliffhanger like this. But now I have to pick up the next one, and I don't want to pick up the next one because I'm pretty sure it involves clowns, and I don't, like, I'm not scared of clowns, but like, I just don't care about clowns. So I don't really know, but like, I gotta figure out what happens. I need to know what happens, so I'm gonna have to pick up the next one, probably next year, if we're being honest. But the end of this book, I was shocked. I was surprised. I certainly did not see that coming, but I am certainly very intrigued. So I really like this one. I thought it was a fun time. Again, not as much as the first two, but it was still a good pick. And then I also read Garlic and the Witch, and it was so cute. Honestly, I can't believe it's taken me this long to pick up these two graphic novels, but they were just so delightful, honestly. In Garlic and the Witch, you're just following Garlic as she goes to this little magic market with a vampire, and they're just hanging out, going to gather some magical potion ingredients and whatnot. And the art style is just so charming and quaint, and if you guys have not checked out either of these, I highly recommend them, especially for fall. So good. But those are my two final reading updates. Let's quickly talk some like little stats and whatnot, and then I'll let you guys go. So I did end up reading 5 books. 3 of them were like normal books, and then I have the 2 graphic novels. I think of the like actual books that I read in this video, I read 780 pages, which I'm really happy about because before I started filming this video, I felt like I just hadn't been reading enough spooky books for October, and this video definitely fixed that issue, and I'm so excited to read even more. As for the books that I read, like I said, we have Dark Waters. I also finished probably my favorite one of the vlog, and that is 6 Scorched Roses. Again, this was so good. And then I also finished Bring Me Your Midnight, which honestly was like kind of a disappointment, but like it's all good because while I was listening to the audiobook for this, I did make a lot of progress in Super Mario 64, so I'm gonna consider that a win. But here are the books that I read in this readathon. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly had a really fun time filming this vlog. Honestly, any 24-hour readathon that I do with Cass is always bound to be a good time, and it definitely was. And actually, before I let you go, I'm gonna have Cass also say bye.
Bye, vlog! Thank you so much for letting me hang out with y'all. It's not like you had a freaking choice, but thanks anyway. It was so lovely, and I hope you had a fun, grand old time. I did a bunch of reading, and obviously it was more fun with Katie also here with me. I read like 929 pages, something like that.
Yeah.
But I think Katie also did a fabulous job.
Thank you. So. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You can just sit in like the background of my vlog now.
Okay.
Nice. Anyway.
Don't block me, bitch.
I'm not.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
I was not blocking you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for assuming.
So again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Have you read any of these books? What did you think of them? Or if you haven't, obviously just tell me, are you guys reading any spooky books this month? I would love to hear about those as well. Also, don't forget, I do have a Patreon if you guys are ever looking for more content from me. It is always linked down below. And I think with that, I'm going to let you guys go. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.